So the next video is going to be a gun video, finally. After all the bike videos and mods and upgrades, I'm going to upgrade my AR. Been meaning to do this for a while. Get a Troy battle rail. This is 11-inch variety. So it's going to give me, 4 more inches, 3.5, 4 more inches. Some of the courses I've been taking, the training that I've been doing, I've been wanting to get my hand more forward here. Some of the instructors teach that. Other instructors just want you to get rounds on target, right? But anyways, seems to be more comfortable more get my hand up here, but throughout the course I can't. It's so dang hot. I've tried vertical foregrips up here. I just don't like vertical foregrips. So the next video is going to be doing this. Now the other thing that I've been looking into is to whether you use just a low profile gas block with the set pins. Well, not going to focus. Or do what I've seen a few people do on YouTube is grind down the A2 sight to mimic that profile, since the rifle's been made for this. Front sight posts have been fitted to this rifle, and it has the set pins instead of the Allen wrench set screws. It has the tapered pins, and I think I'm leaning more towards that. Even though I'm a recreational shooter, I do attend many carbine courses, ARs, AKs, and such. So I do put a lot of rounds through my rifles. So I think that I'm leaning more towards the stability and maybe an extra 45 minutes, an hour of prep time or work time. Go ahead and cut this A2 sight down. So that's what I'll be doing. This is what I'll be using. These tools, punches. Oh, I guess if I'm grinding, my grinder. And I got a Dremel too. Oh, there we are. Well, Dremel-esque tool that we'll be using for the fine tuning. So anyways, there's the way she looks now. And I'll tell you what, I really love this rifle. It's a Rock River Arms LAR-15. Nothing but solid. I do not like this scope mount. I love the scope. It's a Weaver 1x3. Don't like the mount. It is heavy, and it's got these big bulky nuts hanging off of it. To tighten it down and loosen it, I will eventually change that. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. Anyways, I like the magnification option. I've always struggled with going just red dot or not, but I'm not a particular red dot fan, even though I have one on my AK. Anyways, I'm always in search of a good magnified optic. But we will start on this project right now. Alright, so just started stripping the AR. Basic delta ring to get the mag pole fore end off. There's one set pin to get the strap lug, and this was a bottom rail I had on here for bipod stuff, but I actually never really used that much, and I'm actually glad I got that off because that thing would get really hot. But there are a few videos out there, gun websites, another gentleman out there that shows the whole shaving down of the A2 sight. So I'm sorry I'm repeating it, but it's my gun, and I enjoy tinkering, doing stuff. So I'll do a little video of it. I'll save some room on the video and I won't show you all the grinding. But basically, once I get this off, bayonet lug needs to come off, the ears for the swing swivel, the tower needs to come off here, then need to curve it to a similar profile as this Troy, and it'll go right back on, and we'll do all that in the video. First I got to get these pins out, and they're taper pins. They should be punched out from the left side to the right. Brownells makes a block that it goes on. It's probably a good investment if you do a lot of AR work. I don't typically do a lot. I just, again, like to tinker and mess around. So I'm going to support the rifle as best I can with some 2x4s. I'll probably drill some holes in the 2x4 so these pins will be able to be pushed through. And that will be the next segment. Alright, so I have the rifle supported on a couple of 2x4s. Just want to show you, just drilled a couple holes in this so the taper pins can be punched through. I'm just going to line them up. And my taper pins don't stick out past the sight block like some of them I've seen before, so I can just use the correct size punch. And we'll give it a couple of good whacks here. See if we can get those moving. There they go, already moving. There's one. There's two. All right. There's the other. All right, so now be a little more ginger about the gas pin, set pin. Okay, right out. No problems there. All right, so I'm gonna loosen up the A2s. Well, actually, it's not actually the bird cage, but the flash. Loosen that up. Spin that off. And it's kind of like a vortex flash suppressor. Okay, got it in the vise. Just gonna, might need a little. A little better. There we go. Just a little back and forth. Not much. Don't want to bend that gas tube. And it's starting to come. All right. There we go. It should taper. Yep. All right. So there it is. Now, like I said before, we're putting on this Troy battle rail, so it has its own proprietary barrel nut. So we'll wrench this barrel nut off. All right, so now we'll just take our armor's tool. You can do this with the delta ring on. You can push the delta ring back. You do it with either side of this wrench. Do it with this side. Break it free. Spin the delta ring off. All right. Now this one goes on. Be right back. All right. So everybody knows what the A2 sight is. So I'll spare you all the grinding footage. They're in some other videos. But bayonet lugs coming off. Swing swivel tabs are coming off. Cutting it right about there. And I put a mark on it there for that one. And then we'll kind of contour it. And be careful, obviously, not to get into the gas cylinder or get into the taper pin tubes. Alright, this is after the initial cut. So I'll show you the steps here. Hopefully I don't have to tell you guys that it's going to be hot. But anyways, let's see, there we are. So the initial cuts. Got the bayonet lug off. Got the swing swivel off. Now, just got to contour that on both sides, and I'll probably do most of that with the Dremel. Did the initial cutting with the angle grinder, and then we'll do the fine tuning with the Dremel. So I'll be back. Alright, kinda got it. It's all shaped up, it fits in the rail. Clean up the edges. Just to give you an idea. That's the Troy right on top of it. So got it pretty good. So let's see what we can use. Same as the gun websites use, Black Magic. Keep it from rusting, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Okay, so sanded this down, get it all cleaned up, all smooth. And now I'm going to take Black Magic to it and glue it with a cotton Q-tip. And first I'm going to get all the grease off with some rubbing alcohol, and then we'll apply the Black Magic with the Q-tip.
Where's Mommy?
She went inside. Okay, so I've cleaned this off with alcohol, and now we're just going to use the Black Magic. Watch. Rub it in. Look, it turns it black. Hold on. Alright, see, look, it rusted a little bit, and it's going to rust it some. Give it a good coat, and we'll just wipe that off.
And it will look awesome.
It's gonna look awesome, that's right. It's my helper, Lila. Say hello, Lila. Just say hello, cutie. I'm filming. That camera right there, I'm filming. Say hello to it. So we got one coat on there. Alright. Just gonna do another coat all the way around. Make sure we take it all off. Check it to see if we got all the bits. Spray it with some ballistol. There's a spot I missed already. Try to knock off all the rust. That Black Magic rust almost immediately when you put it on.
Daddy, I'm going to stay
Came out really good.
Daddy, I'm going to stay with you for a little bit.
And a flashlight, help me out. Alright, so I got this all glued out. Looks really good. So now I'm going to put the rifle back together. The Troy comes with its own barrel nut. And I think my alright, and Troy suggests 30 to 60 pounds. Sorry, I should say 30 to 60 foot-pounds. Not more than 60. That's quite a range. So I'm just going to set the torque wrench to 30 foot-pounds. And then, of course, you got to get one of the semicircles lined up, the hole for the gas tube. And once we get that all right, and then Troy sends you their own torque wrench. I just put it on by hand. And by the way, my vise, that's 30 foot-pounds. Stinks for a job like this. But, oh man, missed one, but just a tad. We're gonna see if we can move my vise. Oh, right in the middle. Wouldn't you know? Let's do a little at a time so I don't pass it just a hair more. Hair more. You obviously can see my whole workbench moving up with this. I think that did it. Oh boy. Yep, that's it. Alright. So I took the opportunity to clean all the gas ports and everything. Here, I'll put a little bit more ballast in it, clean my gas tube. So anyways, probably could have stand to put a new gas tube in, but anyways, alright, so we'll slide this on the best that we can. Move it back and forth. Might need the mallet. I was hoping we wouldn't. Let's stand up. Yeah, I don't need the mallet. It's going. Almost there. Now this barrel is staked, so I don't have to worry about going all the way back to this. I just got to line it up with the stakes. Of course, hammering the taper pins in there is going to line it up a little more fraction. But you want to get it as close as you can by hand. Straight through. Alright, that looks good. Take it out of the clamp. Alright. Okay, so we push these pins out left to right. So we're going to put them back in right to left. And I'll set up for that. I got a small workbench. Alright, so we're going to punch back in the pins now. the gas tube first. Big one. And then one that's the right size. Just make sure it's even on both sides. We'll check the other side in a little bit. Get a punch for the Now these on this Rock River are flush on both sides, so I'll get them flush again. Oh, that one just slipped right in there. This one needs a little bit more. There we go. There we are. Check both sides. Flush. Flush. Yeah, looks straight. Alright, before I put this guard on, we got the barrel nut on, the gas block on, gas tube. I'm going to try to figure out where I want to rail. It comes with 3 rails. I guess that's a 2-inch variety. And then this 4-inch variety that has a sling swivel attachment for the quick disconnect. So I kind of want to use that, even though it's the bigger and the heavier too. I'm just try to find out if I get my light on this as well. So I'm going to figure out where I want that first before, so I can attach it and then put the rail on, free float rail on. Okay, well, after thinking about this for a little while, I've decided not to install any rail piece on here. I think I'm going to get the I've seen little quick connect pieces that will just bolt in. That's just half. I just don't want all this rail. I mean, it's one of the reasons I got this particular rail, is it just has the top rail. Never been a quad rail user. Another reason I got this is because I enjoy the feel of it. I like the roundness of it all the way up. So I was thinking about putting a 2-inch rail section here, dropping my flashlight on it there. That would have made it really bulky. I've always enjoyed having my flashlight on this side so I could press it. So I thought about having it over here, but then that's just bringing my hand back. The whole reason I got the longer guard was to keep my hand forward. So, as goofy as it may be right now, it's going to go here. Flashlight's going to go out like this, and I'll just have to figure out a way to manipulate that. Anyway, so to put this on, as you just saw, just slide it on, and it's going to be a bit offset here, and you just muscle it center. Alright, we're going to use these 2 Allen Loctite on them. Put them in, and then I'll mark them. There's a dam. I'll mark them for indexing. See if they have a tendency to back out or not. Whoops, got a little crazy there with the Loctite. I have this magpole, whatever, M-bus front sight there. It was something I got cheap to mess with the setup. Like I said, I really like my Weaver 1x3 optic. I just haven't invested the money into a lightweight mount. And it is kind of a heavy scope. I mean, the whole thing's like a pound and a quarter. Anyways, alright, so this just tightens down here. And there's a channel in here that rotated on. And that this just tight enough. You don't have to go Magilla Gorilla on it. But that's the battle rail. I believe that's the battle rail. I forget what they call it. But anyways, put my flash hider back on. Snug that down a little. And then I'll put the whole thing back together. I'll show you how I'm kind of running it. And that was fairly simple. The hardest part, actually, it really wasn't a hard part. I tell you, I'm just not an artiste. I didn't really sculpt, obviously, my A2 as well as this Troy is. By the way, I'm going to throw this up if anybody's on the AR15.com forums. Throw this up for sale, brand new. Never used. Anyways, I'm glad I did it since the barrel is staked. Nose pins went in there. I didn't really think about it until I saw, like I said, a few posts on YouTube about it. So anyways, next thing I'll do is probably another video. I'll put some sights on my 870 shotgun. I've been meaning to do for a while. A ghost ring sight and a front sight, probably a light pipe or some sort of a front sight with a ghost ring rear sight. But anyways, I'm gonna put the AR back together and I'll be right back. Alright, well there she is. Feels really good. Get my hand up there where I like it, but holding it out here is good. I almost went with the 13 out here, but this feels really good. Before I was back here, kind of cramped my elbow up in my side, so anyways, we'll try that out, function test it, probably Friday, and maybe I'll get back to you, or you can just ask some questions. I'll let you know how it went. Thanks.